Hopefully.
We are live.
One thing is being live, and then the other one is being live. Because it's like Riverside sometimes likes to take, but I think we are. Welcome to another episode of Market Buzz, everybody. We are live. The markets are in a standstill. We don't know if it's clear skies ahead or we're just in the eye of the storm. But we have four popular investors here: Dimitri's, Mimi, Timothy, and myself. So make sure to check out our portfolios down below if you're interested in checking out what we're investing in. Again, this is just our opinions, so make sure you do your own due diligence. And if you want to copy us, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. But markets are interesting. Markets are very, very interesting. And I know Dimitris is going to say likely we're just like normal, right? Like the markets are not moving much. But on a day-to-day and like smaller, like in the micro perspective, in like asset classes like altcoins, even CSGO skins, which I want to talk about today, markets are kind of going crazy, so it's like there seems to be this risk-off sentiment. There's a lot of like fear, uncertainty, and doubt, in my opinion, and we're trying to figure out whether this can continue to escalate. I want to talk to Dimitris a little bit about Trump and his China agenda here, because one thing is what the government says and one thing is what the government does. So in this episode, we're going to touch crypto, geopolitics, and the CS2 market skin. Because yes, it's what's on my desk right now. So welcome to another episode of Market Buzz, everybody. And yes, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. So S&P 500 sitting pretty. NASDAQ sitting pretty. We're not moving much, which is interesting. Cryptos have been sort of like acting again as an indicator towards the market, like towards where the market's going to be going during the day. I think Bitcoin yesterday was down before the NASDAQ, and then we saw that sort of like come down again. So interestingly enough, it's like, what are you guys seeing? Because the thing is just like right now, it just feels that we are waiting for earnings. I think we got Netflix earnings a couple of days ago, and then we got Tesla earnings as well, and the market just didn't like what it saw, right? It was good, like the Netflix earnings were good earnings, except for the fact that they have to pay a fine in Brazil. Yeah, right. And then all of a sudden, the stock took a massive hit. Bitcoin has just been trying to consolidate between 110, like 108 and 115. It hasn't been able to break to either side. It's just like it doesn't feel like it wants to know where, like it doesn't know where it wants to go. But yeah, what are you guys seeing right now? That is like, where should we look? Because I know that right now it feels like we're in the dark.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Who wants to pick this up?
Let me take this about the Netflix thing because I have an opinion. So Netflix reported but did not impress, and the stock took a hit, if I'm not mistaken, like 7%, like last night. But it's a bit more complicated than that because Netflix, it was a defensive stock through the beginning of the year. So when Liberation Day was going on and everybody was counting, trying to figure out what is taking a hit with tariffs, everyone was saying, you know what? You're not going to stop paying your Netflix bill. That's staying. And the stock went from 900 to 1,200 like it was nobody's business. And then you get not so spectacular news, and that's what happens. The fines they get in each country, they're just irrelevant. Just the price of doing business when you are a multinational. Some countries are not going to like the way you do things, and then they tax you. Is it a fine or is it a tax? I mean, trying to find the difference between the two. As far of the whole market, I mean, Trump is making things interesting. Okay, things are not boring. We get a new development every day. Like the oil market was going down, it was under 60, and then with one announcement that is going to add tariffs on, which by the way, the whole tariff thing on Russia is very complicated because they've been sanctioning Russia for 3 years, but it seems there are more sanctions to put on them. I thought that once you sanction someone, you sanction like the whole, like the
no,
whole.
There's levels. There's levels.
Yes, and now they're choosing to sanction a couple of particular companies, and apparently that made the oil price to go up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Gold
So-
is down too.
it was. But my point is that if you are investing on the indices, then there's nothing you can do because we're going sideways. But when you're investing in individual stocks like we are, there are always things to find and things to buy and position yourself for the end of the year, beginning of next year. I bought more Novo Nordic a couple of days ago. I bought Amazon last week. And as far my latest moves, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, the chat is working again. We can actually post stuff. This is sick. Okay. I've been waiting for this for a while. Okay, so man, like that's the thing. The defensive trade we're seeing that is like the S&P is just not moving. Nasdaq is not moving. So the big question here is like again, like there are opportunity in individual stocks. I mean, with oil going up, I think oil is up 5% today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. That piques my interest, right? Oil is becoming, and it's interesting that you called out that Exxon trade, right? Which must have been like right now. What's Exxon doing right now?
I called it, but I didn't buy it. Let's just be honest here. I called it, but I did not buy. So,
well, you have in your portfolio, no? Or you stayed away.
No, I was just trying to pick the timing to get it under 100, and I don't know if we're gonna get there. I have my targets when deciding when to buy, and I'm like under 100. I'm feeling comfortable allocating 3, 4, 5% of my portfolio in it, and it didn't go under 100, and so I didn't pull the trigger.
Okay. So let me ask you. So what are the things that are playing in market sentiment right now? It's the geopolitics between Russia and Ukraine, right? But in reality, it's Russia and the rest of the world, right? We have China and U.S. trade tensions, which could potentially become Europe and China trade tensions, but it doesn't seem that way. It seems like Europe wants to take advantage of this. What else do we have? We have that we're sitting at all-time highs, right? We are also seeing like a CapEx boom, right? So that's some of the positive things that we're seeing. The big, beautiful bill, something that's benefiting. The AI revolution is kind of coming into play. The defensive trade, the government shutdown. Now, interestingly enough, we said that the government shutdown was not going to matter unless it started to become long, and it's starting to get long. It's still, I think, we are still like sort of getting to a point where we're gonna be fine. But
it's day 23. It's day 23 today.
Yeah. So, Mimi, what are your thoughts?
It's adding to the uncertainty. I feel like I kind of jinxed it because when the government shutdown was in, I said to you, for some reason, I said, yeah, that they'll probably reopen in November. And you're like, no, it won't be that long. It won't be that long. And now it has been really long. And I'm like, wow, I really hope I didn't jinx it. But obviously when government shut down, things felt kind of easy breezy because I think, Nestor, you and I had a chat and you said, markets can at least move normally in a sense without all the volatility and all the data coming out. But now that it's lingering, it's just adding to that FUD, and nothing can really happen right at this moment. Yes, we had that in terms of crypto. Bitcoin had that, crypto had that capitulation event, that wipeout. And now it's trying to recover, but nothing can really happen because the US government is shut, which is a significant factor. I mean, there are others as well, but that's a significant factor. There's no data. Whereas if the government is shut down, then the government can't spend as well. So where would the liquidity come from? And so there's that should also be taken into consideration. In terms of Bitcoin, and I know everybody wants to know what's happening with crypto right now. Because I'm so deep in crypto, but especially in the psychology part, it is noisy. It is so loud. It is just chaotic that you have people that are equally bearish and bullish, also probably neutral as well. Nobody actually knows exactly what is going to happen. But the fear is very, very high. What are we at? Like the last time I checked the greed and fear index, it was 20 something. I don't know if that's correct still.
Yeah. We're extreme fear.
Yeah. And so the issue at the moment is that there are some technical indicators that indicate that we are starting a bear market. There are also some that say that we haven't even topped yet. From a psychological perspective, we have never topped. We didn't. I don't believe we've topped at all. And so when I try to gather everything in terms of technicals, charts, liquidity, sentiment, psychology, my stance is that we are still going to go up. Again, in my analysis this week, we're just going to chop around. We're in high manipulation territory. That's why you can see Bitcoin going from 107 to 113 and then back down to 107. And now we're sitting at just under 109,000. For me, I have my invalidations in terms of whether this is a bear market or not. And I'm sure Timothy agrees, as we talked about it last time. So 2 weekly closes under the 100,000. But for me, I do want to reassess once we have a weekly close under 108,000 from here. Then I would reassess. However, I am still cautiously bullish, quietly optimistic. I am still investing, I'm DCAing, and I've been adding to the portfolio. So I know everyone's on edge in the crypto world, and I mean, I said to everyone, look, come to this live stream if you want a therapy session as well, because it's been very tough for everybody. For us experienced traders and investors, we've been here, but I'm feeling everyone's pain. I'm feeling everyone's fear, and yeah, that can be a bit draining.
Timothy, give me your thoughts.
I think the most important lesson here is to be ready and cautious for any direction. Like you said, Mimi, it's 50-50, and a lot of traders and a lot of people on social media, they can't really say for certain that the market is going to drop or that the market is going to continue, just because we're so late in the cycle where Bitcoin has to have this last leg higher, but the price action is telling us some warning signs, like not moving forward, breaking down. I would say if it breaks down below 100K, that will be the real warning sign. And for me, we're actually at that point where you want to be managing your risks. So I actually moved most of my altcoins into Bitcoin just because I want to have the crypto upside by investing in the king Bitcoin, but I don't want to have like the massive downside when things break, like when things are going to 90 80K in a few days. So that's why I'm staying in crypto but in Bitcoin. So there's a big bull and bear case to be made. Also, we are seeing on chain that whales are still selling. You have all these companies that are buying Bitcoin, the institutions, but the whales from the last cycles are actually selling. And you would think that there's enough buying power to keep it going. Sorry, what's this music? But I think, yeah, thank you. I I think that it's important to note that MicroStrategy has been buying for the last couple of months, but the amount he has been buying is always lower and lower and lower. So the buying power is not enough to equal the selling power. So that's a bear point to be made. Another bull point to be made is that Q4 is always bullish, especially when September closes bullish, and that's what we had last September. Bitcoin ended September bullish, and now we should expect Q4 to be bullish as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm a bit in the middle. I don't want to rush things, so I'm staying into Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is gonna indeed have that push higher, then it won't be just 1 week, and I can reallocate into more speculative stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of people are taking a lot of risk off the table, and all of the risky trades that potentially paid off big. People are saying, "Okay, look, I'm just going to go into safety. I'm going to make sure that I go into like the S&P, break it down. I'm not going to go anything crazy." Even in crypto, like I see myself heading towards Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And maybe a little bit of Solana if I want to sort of buy the dip, but like I'm not going crazy into like new projects that could potentially break if we all of a sudden see like a slowdown in credit and a slowdown in the US economy. So I'm looking for safety, right? And a lot of people were looking for safety. But interestingly, that gold actually came down, right? So again, I keep going back to my thesis that gold is a risk asset. And finally we're saying a breakdown of risk of I mean it's minimal in the grand scheme of things, right? But right?
I mean,
Why if we have fear?
if you want some safety, you can buy some Walmart. It's always there.
Well, we shall see how that plays out. I'm thinking Target.
Let me ask the guys a question that I was curious earlier this morning. I was scrolling through Twitter X, and I saw a post from Raul Pal from Real Vision, which I believe we all respect his takes on crypto, saying that the 4-year Bitcoin cycle is now the 5-year Bitcoin cycle, suggesting that this rally, or maybe the latest part of the cycle, is going to be into 2026. What's your guys' thought on this?
So Mimi, can I take this? So actually, if you look at all the cycles, the green box plus the red box is around 4 years, and it's measured from low to low. So that's how we measure cycles, from low to low. Some people measure from high to high, but that's less accurate. You won't have exactly 4 years, but from low to low is a bit more accurate. Then the second point I want to make is we're now having a lot of institutions buying, and this could potentially shape the cycles. So like you said, maybe in the future it's not going to be 4 years, it might be 5 years, but I would say based on how the cycle theory works, you always have to assume it's going to be how it was in the past. So until that's broken, you should still expect a 4-year cycle. Now, what I do think is possible is that Bitcoin indeed has one leg move higher, and it would take us somewhere around Q1, which is still a bit longer, which is still a longer bull market, but then the drop will likely be much smaller. Like, for example, it should normally bottom out in November 26. So that would mean that we will see the low there, but just the bull run will be a bit longer. And we have seen in the past cycles that people always at the end of the cycle are screaming that there will be a super cycle or a prolonged cycle. This is not the first time people are calling for a longer cycle. And so I would say until it's proven otherwise, we would still expect a 4-year cycle to continue to happen. It's just unclear where the top is going to be. Right now, Bitcoin has topped at month 31. And it's just like the other cycles where it exactly topped around this period. We could see maybe a top in November, but yeah, it's getting kind of late. So Bitcoin needs to really get moving now. I wouldn't like it if Bitcoin breaks down here, because that would be in favor of the bears. So that's my take really on where I think the cycles are going in the future.
All right. You know what? Mimi. Oh, Mimi, I muted you. Give me a second. All right, go.
I've heard about that too, but it's also because the business cycle has lagged, and that looks like to be extending, and so therefore that's a part of the reason why there's the call of a 5-year cycle or an extended cycle, which I really respect Raul Pal as well, and we have I just spoke like as if we're friends, but I have the same vision as he does in terms of, you know, where crypto is heading, where all this, you know, blockchain technology is heading. And I'm open to the fact that this is a longer cycle. And I know it sounds ridiculous when people say this time is different, but honestly, the reality is everything has been different. It has been very, very different in terms of the environment, in terms of, you know, liquidity that's been flowing in from institutions. And so therefore, we have to be open to the fact that, again, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. And so trying to find that middle ground of, is this it, or is it going to be an extended cycle? I think somewhere in between. I think that we need to find that balance of making sure we don't hold on to our crypto bags as well, just because we think it's going to be an extended cycle. And when it gets to, I still think Bitcoin has another leg up. And at that point, people are going to be, yes, this time is very different. It's going to be extended. Maybe not. But at that point, I'm going to be taking a lot of profits off the table and not holding on to them. But I truly, truly believe at this point that there is another leg up. And I do believe my take on that, extended or not, I see meet in the middle somewhere. I think that's the safest for me anyway, as an investor. You know, reassess when things start to rally again. And if there are signs of weakness or signs of intense euphoria, then I'm getting out, most anyway. And so that's my take on the extended or the 5-year cycle. And at some point, that 4-year cycle, I believe, would need to break. Right now, we only go with what we know, and what we know is history. And until this cycle proves that, you know, it's broken or not, we really don't know. But that's my take on that.
There is a saying in Wall Street that states bull markets don't die of old age. They die when they die. They die when the Fed kills them, or whatever the case, or recession. There's not a certain specific amount of years that the bull market goes, but that's in equities. In crypto, is like an entire different story. I just wanted to.
Yeah, no, it's a really good question. And the thing is also, one last thing, the data is there. The data is there in terms of whether this time is different or not. And it's just, there's differing bits of data. Some data says, yes, it's the same. Some data says it's not. So that's quite black and white there. And we need to keep an open mind and keep agile.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the audience really quick to answer some of the questions of the people in the chat. So this is like, whoever wants to take it, just pick it up and give your thoughts on this. So first question is thoughts on gold right now. Timothy, I would love to hear your thoughts here.
Yeah, he's asking for short-term thoughts, and my short-term thoughts is actually that gold is going to correct a bit further. Maybe I can share the chart, because we've seen gold rising almost vertically. This is the monthly chart, and you can see it's really going parabolic here. So you would expect a bit of volatility when it comes down. It actually had one of the biggest corrections or biggest daily drops in years since I don't know, the history of gold. And I'm actually watching this 3,500 level to be buying gold. Why? Because that's the last period when gold had such a long consolidation. I also bought here at the breakout level, so I'm fine with it just coming here for a retest and then trending higher, because I do think the gold cycle is yet to continue. I've been digging into the history, and gold cycles take around 8 years, and we're now at year 3. What's typically about cycles is that they also have corrections in the half of the cycle. So right now, we're gonna see maybe gold have a year-long correction, or take out the high here again and have a year-long correction until the half of the cycle, and then make the second leg of the cycle, which is probably gonna be even more explosive. So that's why I want to be buying gold when it comes down to lower levels.
Are you doing the same for silver? Is your take on silver the same?
Yeah, so I do think silver is correlated to gold. So
Okay.
I would be buying silver when I see gold hitting these levels, or expect that if gold is doing a 20% correction, that silver can do 40 to 30% corrections. It's way more volatile.
Okay. All right.
Palladium.
Oh, sure.
Palladium, same story. So it's been going a lot. Maybe I can pull up the
If
pull
there
up the
is,
chart.
We need to go quick.
And-
We need to go quick. We got
yeah.
5 minutes, guys. Come on.
Go, let's
Come on.
go.
We got 5 minutes. I need
Retest
to get
here,
to the
move
questions.
higher. That's my thoughts.
Retest, move higher, buy.
All right. So, Dimitris, keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Let me answer the question on
Amazon.
on
No,
AMD.
Amazon.
Amazon and AMD. So
AMD, correct.
So Amazon, I bought, and I have spoken on the podcast that I'm increasing my position in Amazon, and I had no idea the news regarding the robotics and all that. It was purely the fundamentals of the company and how the stock has traded this year. That was my reasoning, and obviously the news put it in a position to have a strong 3-6 months into the future. So Amazon for me, it's a buy right now.
I think so too. I think so.
AMD.
I bought.
AMD.
Oh, you bought with me, right, Mimi? You bought the
Yeah,
same.
I bought it. I bought as well.
So AMD, I wouldn't buy it right here. Okay, I wouldn't sell it either because I bought in the 80s and 90s. So I'm up a lot. And in my opinion, you shouldn't buy it right now until the earnings call. You want to hear what they have to say. What do they expect in the quarters and year ahead? Buying between now, I think the earnings are on November 4th, so we have a couple of weeks between now and then. I wouldn't buy it here. I wouldn't sell it here, only for the reason that if you buy it here and the earnings or the outlook is not as strong as everyone expecting, you're going to take a hit and you're going to have to sit on that hit for months. So I would suggest to know because it's just like a couple of weeks away. But long term, it's going to be $1 trillion company in the next 18 months or 24 months. But how we get there it was tricky. We might go down 30%, and then one piece of news, OpenAI found some more packet change, and they want to add another 300 billion on investment. Then the stock goes up to 400. So it's not a good trading stock. You have to buy it and sit on it, and you're going to do well.
All right, Mimi.
Yes.
You can choose or you can answer this.
Yes.
What are your short-term to medium-term HBAR, XRP, and ADA?
Oh gosh, short-term, medium. Just choose one of them.
No,
Short-term,
I mean,
medium.
like, it's up to you. Like, what is your, like, just, are you bullish? Are you bearish at this
Which
point?
one is stronger?
Okay, well, I'm
down
bullish. Okay. Short-term, nothing. We're chopping. Medium-term, long-term, I'm extremely bullish. I don't have enough Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP. Those are the three that really stand, and maybe Solana, but that's a different story. But yeah, those I don't have enough. HBAR for sure. Bullish, very bullish.
Nice. I have a question about Intel. It's like Intel right now, the problem is like it has a lot of pumped up fake demand because the US government bought some and Nvidia bought some. So the question is like, will earnings be good? And I don't think they will be. Right now, the question is like the story right now, I don't think is based on our earnings. Like investors maybe are willing to give it a little bit, but if it does come down potentially at 30 to 35, potentially a buy opportunity after the earnings, I think it's definitely gonna come down for sure.
They don't have any fundamentals. They don't have any fundamentals.
Exactly. I agree. They have a lot of infrastructure, and they still have sort of like they still make money, right? But obviously you cannot evaluate them at the current valuation because they still don't make the fabs, right? So the question is like, are they going to be good enough in order to compete with the production of TSM, AMD, XYZ? So that's something to pay attention to for sure. But again, super volatile. I own some of the stock.
I think long term, Trump is going to force them to be.
You can't lose it, right? It's defense, right? It's Boeing, right? You can't lose the Boeings. You can't lose the mineral companies. You can't lose all that stuff.
I think Trump is going to stuff them with business just for the sake of having some semis in the US. Yeah. Is it going to be like a killer trade? I mean, who knows?
Like it's been when it got punished, right? Like all of a sudden, like Intel just got overly punished because everybody thought they were just going to collapse, and the reality is just you can't let them collapse, right? Like they're too important in the current day and age. They are the only American manufacturer of chips, like full on American. You know what I mean? So it's like you just can't let them go down, even though like they still have research, data analysis, development.
Yeah, but this is a stock market, and people go by. It's American, let me buy it. People want to buy because it's American and a good company. Yeah. And Intel, unfortunately, it hasn't been good for a long time. And all this is just because of Trump. And then it's the same thing with Beyond Meat. And I want to hear your thoughts on this. The Beyond Meat, that everyone lost their mind, like, is the next big thing. Okay, you missed the rally. So what? This is what we do. We're missing the rally all the time. Why people get so greedy? And we all see those chats on WhatsApp. People going crazy about Beyond Meat. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, you missed the rally. You missed the rally.
Yeah, I tried to short it yesterday. I couldn't. So, and it went down. It was going down. But there's always another trade. There's always another opportunity. Yes. Just relax. There are going to be red days. As much as everybody cries about them, we all been there. But there's always going to be a red day. There's always going to be opportunity. I just want to say very, very quickly for the crypto community, we need to remember, firstly, step away from short-term price action. There are ETFs coming. There is quantitative easing that's been Powell's just sort of mentioned about it. And there's so many catalysts. There was other things as well, but I can't remember. But there's just so much happening in that space. Clarity Act is coming as well. That hasn't been put in law. So that is Nesta frozen. Actually.
Yeah, I think I am. I think I can speak, but I'm fully frozen. It won't fix it. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to remind everybody. There's so much coming.
By the way, the Beyond Meat rally is because of Walmart. Just saying.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So therefore, buy Walmart.
Buy Walmart.
Exactly.
Yo, I want to show you guys something very interesting. I know that you guys are not gamers, but I want to share this because like the title of this video was this, right? And it's interestingly enough, it's like what happens when all of a sudden.
Oh.
Okay.
He left.
I think that's a sign.
First time this.
But that.
Whoa! The market crashing! Oh my God!
Won't let you talk about Counter-Strike.
We'll see.
Is your laptop powered?
So yes, I'm talking about Counter-Strike. It's like I mean, this is what's been on my desk the whole day. Like markets are like not stable, and it's crazy, right? So let me show you some crazy numbers here.
We can't see you. Oh, there you go.
Right. Just the camera is not. The camera is acting up, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah. So right now it's like we've seen like crazy moves. It's like usually CS it's like an indicator for me, but what you can see here, it's like the index has dropped about like 15,000 out of 50K. So it's like a 30% drop we've seen, and I think this is a buying opportunity. And it's gonna sound crazy because it's like, again, this is not financial advice. Like this is what I'm doing. But right now, there is like, so the way that the CSGO market works is like you can unbox cases. And those cases are like, go from like super common to very, very rare. Now, the very rare items, which can go for 50 to 60 to 100K, now they're way easier to get. And that's why you're seeing all of a sudden this massive drops in values because people are thinking the market's going to end. And this is a very important like case, right? Because the thing is just like this happens in every single market. You all of a sudden see that like, right? Like look at the high tiers, skins, right? Have gone from like a value of 105K all the way to like 70K, right? So it's like massive drops, and you see this panic come in, and the way that sort of like when a bubble bursts in a case, like you see panic, people sell, and there's all of a sudden like a surge of demand, and then the market understands what's really happening, and then it finds that like somewhere in between that the middle point and that high point. And I think this is going to happen the same. I'll keep you guys posted on what I do with this investment.
This doesn't look like a dip. This looks like a collapse.
The thing is like it is, but the thing is because so the reason skins have value is because you can get these rare items. But people are thinking that now you're going to get these rare items like water. So there is a crisis. Like people are losing millions here. Like the market cap of the CS2 skins went from 5 billion to 3.
So what are we talking about? What are they? What kind of
CS
stuff?
skins. So I'm going to show it to you.
So for people who don't know, CS is Counter-Strike, which is a game, and skins are like the armor and the clothing that you wear, the characters wear.
It's like skins. It's literally like.
So
like, I'll show you. You know what?
Separately?
You know what? I want to show you. So
yes, it's like buying accessories.
Correct.
People spending money like that?
Yes.
Yo, I'll show you one of the investments I had.
Welcome to the world of like.
Welcome to the world of online.
Are you wearing one skin right now? Because I don't see it.
So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the knife that I got. I'm losing like 50% in my knife, which is insane. So I'm looking at
crazy. It's like a NFT kind of.
Pretty much like it's NFTs that you can actually use. This is like NFTs before NFTs were.
How are you using them? How exactly are you using the knife?
You just like put it on. Like you have it in a server that it's controlled by someone else. Yeah, it's crazy. But for example, like look at this.
Spat my coffee. He's just Dimitri obviously isn't a gamer, so he's just like
what is going on here? How deep are we?
How can I cut my potatoes with it?
Yeah. No, actually, the real knife is worth less. So it's like, yeah. So it's like if we go to butterflies, for example. Okay, we got butterfly
here. Nice.
Vanilla. So this is the skin that I had, and this skin was worth 3K just a couple of hours ago.
3K, $3,000.
And it's gone from 2,800 all the way to 1,000.
Wow.
So it's like, by the way, if you're a CS player that's losing a ton of money, just make sure to check out our portfolios down below, because guess what? You can invest in real assets that are not held by just one person that can just crash the market. Because this was like an announcement. It was like a random announcement on a Wednesday that was just like, hey, how about we just change the way that the system works? And this is what ended up happening. I think it's a buying opportunity, but again, insane.
Yeah,
insane.
so
I just wanted to share
I
that.
think will happen, Nestor, is that they're gonna tweak the update because they're seeing the crash.
No,
and,
I think they want this. I think they want this because the thing is like, yo, some of these skins, I'm gonna explain. Like you're gonna see what this means. It's like for example, like let's go to a rare skin. So let's go to a gamma Doppler. A gamma Doppler was sitting around $20,000, and the value right now is sitting at 11. So it's like, who can buy a gamma Doppler? They want the normal players.
So is it 20,000 like fake dollars or 20,000?
No, 20,000 cash.
I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
This is $20,000 cash.
He's just mind is blown. Like, why do you not put this much? Put $20,000.
Why you not buying Exxon? Amazon is the play.
Why Amazon is the play here? Why?
But let me show you this, Dimitri. Check this out.
You're not convincing me spending on fake knives. Just
look at the growth. Look at the growth this knife has had in the last 5 years. So 2022, this knife was sitting around $200 to $300. 2022, and then we've just seen a massive rally going from $200, $300 all the way to 3,000. So we've seen a 10x return on this, which is insane.
You know what? Crypto, I get. I was never into NFTs for some reason, but this is ridiculous. Okay, 20,000 like real dollars for that, bro. I can buy like a lot of things for $20,000. Like
It's
things
crazy, but it's like the
use.
thing is
And you can't put ketchup on this thing, so it's not fucking real.
but it is.
Yeah.
But it is.
I'm
That's
like,
the beauty.
Sylvester talking about
if
Bitcoin.
if people thought Bitcoin was ridiculous, look, this is another level. Welcome, another level. Yes.
Like we go for like you want to see crazy? It's like,
how are you going
Like-
for time, Dimitri?
oh yeah, I know you guys have to leave, so I just wanted to touch on that because I like this is one of the biggest things that is happening in the gaming world today.
The ultimate ridiculous accessories that you have.
But yeah, it's insane. Like some of the skins can sell for millions, eh? Millions of dollars.
Crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Crazy.
Is this skins skins skins?
yeah. Like skin, like skin. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
They have to find some more sophisticated sounding terms. Like the NFT is like more sophisticated, like sounding, you know?
Yeah. But yes,
Yeah.
it's been crazy. This is something that's happening. Probably going to hear it's like $2 billion worth of market cap disappeared. Massive amounts of money just disappeared from there.
Do you
So
know?
this is like I'm going to do an after action report on this because I'm super interested. But it's like my goodness.
Okay, so let me tell you my version of assets. So the other day I learned about the Bordeaux 100 index, the top 100.
Yo, Timothy has to leave, so I'm gonna put him in the backstage. Sorry.
Okay.
Bye, Timothy.
Hi, Timothy. So okay, let me say this and then we go. So the top 100 wines from Bordeaux. They put them together to create an index, so you can see if the market is up, down,
Correct.
sideways, like how is compared to inflation and all that. But that's wine that you're gonna buy and drink and enjoy. You're gonna have it in your house and you can see it. Buying a fake knife.
But it's the same. The thing is like because the thing is you spend time drinking the wines, but what if you don't drink wine? Then they have no value.
Yeah, but you can come and give it to you like on hand and tell you know what?
They give it to you. They send it to your account. Only you can use it.
Look, let me be the neutral person here, right? They both provide a dopamine hit, okay?
Yes.
They both serve a purpose. They provide happiness. And so some purchases seem very ridiculous, whether it's tangible or intangible, but they serve a purpose. And the world that we're heading towards, it's the digital world, and the gaming world is one where people hide sounds a word, but like escape into the virtual world, and it's becoming more and more. And therefore, these things, whether it's property in the digital world, whether it's clothes, skins, pets, I don't know, knives.
Yeah.
That is where the liquidity is going. Unfortunately and fortunately.
It's the new people, right? Like there are people that play this game 8 hours a day. And they spend it with their friends. So it's like instead of buying a Rolex that, your lawyer and your accountant are going to be like, hey, that's a nice watch. This case is just like whoever you play with is going to be like, hey, that's a nice knife. Because I've had it happen. Now, am I happy that I'm losing $1,000 on it? No. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but that's
I knew the risks.
So what you're describing is, to me, it's the same as buying digital gold that you're just buying for your portfolio. And something goes wrong, you can't walk into another country with a couple of coins of gold and start a new life, whatever the case may be. But the actual physical gold that you have in your house, even though it's not really smart to have it in your house, you can have it in the safety deposit box like I do. But like the safety of holding something and in time of trouble, you can fly to a different country and with some assets. Good luck trading the fake knife. Like
I'm telling you, there's 2 million players on a daily basis that are willing to buy.
You know what? When World War III happens and the Germans comes for us again, okay, show them your fake knife.
Yeah. I'm like, you want to take it? Take my knife. Take my knife.
So
This is what,
don't buy crypto. Is that what you're saying, Dimitri?
No,
'Cause you
Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin is universally accepted from serious investors.
Yes.
So when I
Yes.
see Michael Saylor get on stage and tell me to buy a fake knife, I will seriously consider it.
but it's coming from me. You know what I mean? So
Because
trust.
I'm a gamer. I'm not a gamer. I'm not into
Right,
the
yeah,
world of. But yeah, the actual asset is more appealing to me.
Of course, and that's why the people watching this segment should definitely check out our portfolios down below on Etoro, because we
Yes.
buy companies and sell companies, we buy crypto assets and all the different stocks. So make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Yes, I don't know what happened to my camera. I decided to die today.
I think
We will try and live stream next week, but we are at the summit, so
No, I want to live
Right.
stream live. I want to do it live.
okay, we're gonna live like
we can do it live.
physically together. Yes.
Yes,
We'll be
we'll
together.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
We'll figure it out. Yes, I'm excited. Is there
Ah,
Amazon in Cyprus?
Amazon? What do you mean?
Like Amazon delivery?
Yeah, but it's not like the next day delivery.
Okay, so it's like okay. So I'll make sure to buy the microphones and stuff here. Okay, cool.
Why?
Yep.
You can't carry with you a couple of microphones. You have to buy them.
Because I don't have because I don't want to take like the whole setup.
Oh, okay.
You
All
know
right,
what I
that
mean?
makes sense.
All
Or
right.
production.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, I'm taking the cameras and I'm taking a couple of things. So we'll see. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you for taking the time. All your questions. If you have any more, make sure to leave them in the comments. Wow. And relax.
Thank you.
Enjoy the time. Stock markets will recover and we'll go into like a good direction, but you got to give them time. We can't just go up. This is a reality check and it's okay. Volatility is right now sideways.
Yes.
All right. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and peace.
Thank
See you guys next week.
Yes. Wait. Okay. We got to stop here.